Hello, welcome to my video series about IELTS test. As you know, speaking is the most typical test in the IELTS, and in the speaking test part 1, after asking you to confirm your identity, the examiner will ask you some general questions about familiar topics like work, school, family or hobbies. So in this part, I give you 4 tips in order to have good answer for part 1. Tip number 1, directly answer the questions from the examiner. So let's take an example with the question, what subjects do you study at school? So I see that some of you may say, well, I am studying in a big university in Jimin City. I go to school every day, blah blah. So you say that you speak a lot. So, but the first 2 sentences doesn't relate to what you are being asked. At that time, I think that the examiner stopped you already, so you won't have any score for your answer. Tip number 2, be brief, because in part 1, you are expected to answer about 4 or 5 questions in only 3 or 4 minutes. So just give 2 or 3 sentence answers. The first sentence, try to answer the question directly, like tip number 1. The next 2 sentences, clarify your answer by giving examples or ideas to support it. So let's take the first sentence, the first question to make it better. What subjects do you study at school? My sample answer is, well, at school I am studying a lot of subjects including theory and practical one. Every day I listen to lectures from teachers for subjects such as psychology, philosophy, education or history. I also do some experiments at the laboratory as well. So you see that in my answer I have 3 sentences. The first sentence, I answer the question about 2 kinds of subjects, and the next 2 sentences I give example about these 2 kinds of the subjects. Tip number 3, always remember that in part 1 there are about 6 typical types of questions, such as how often question, yes no questions, what, when, where, how, or do you like questions. And because it is a language test, so the examiner are waiting for you to give as many expressions or particular phrases as possible to particular questions. For example, how often do you go to the cinema? So I can say like, well, I have to say that I don't often go to the cinema since I have less free time on weekdays due to my busy schedule at work. However, I always go to the coffee shop, go to the cinema at weekends with my friend or when I have a day off. So in my answers, I give you 5 expressions about frequency, often, always, weekdays, weekends, and an adverbial clause like when I have a day off. So tip number 4, always remember to paraphrase the questions. Never use the same verb or noun from the questions. Instead you can use some synonym or similar phrases. So the last example for you. Do you like watching TV? It is not so impressive when you say like, well, yes, I like watching TV. So you can give your answer in a different way. Like, wow, I'm a big fan of watching TV, or I'm really interested in watching TV. So I really hope that with these 4 tips, you can practice your speaking every day in order to have high score in the speaking test. Bye bye, have a great weekend.